181 scored. And just 8 deliveries left. And Siddiqui has done a good job in just keeping an end tied, bowling at the end. He's bowled 9 overs, 1 for 39. The Hong Kong card, again dominated by Rahul Sharma, and 78 scored. He's been a big player, big run scorer in the competition. Hong Kong winning the toss and electing to bat. No great support for Sharma there. Nevertheless, batting first, runs on the board. The bowling figures: 6 bowlers used. Saeed has been the pick, the opening bowler, with 4 for 32, and support from captain Al Safa, and a wicket for Siddiqui.
Just 6 balls to go. Hong Kong would like to pick up as many runs and make use of these 6 balls. Every run added to this 181 would help them on.
Ahmed Nadeem back into the attack for this last over, and this is an important over when at Hong Kong are 9 wickets down. Important for them just to play out these 6 deliveries to score runs, of course. Every run is vital. Let's remember that this is the final. Dearly love to walk away with this ACC trophy, both teams. Maybe a mix here. Scramble through for another single. Umpire's called for the 3rd umpire. I think he's in. We'll see.
It's a tight single. Nadeem probably creased his bat on time. Wasn't a direct hit.
It's tight. It's tight. It's tight. He's in. Gosh, I thought that was tight for a long, long time. He's done well to make his ground.
Yes, if the throw did make his mark, the middle stump or the stumps, certainly Nadeem would have been a goner. But was a little wide. The wicketkeeper had to collect it and with the bails off, giving Nadeem enough time to get back. So just a few more balls for Nadeem, 4 more.
Zubair on strike. Defensive field now by the Emirates team. Precious runs, very, very precious runs. The ball races away for byes. Evades the batsman, evades the keeper. These are good runs for Hong Kong.
Certainly very useful runs for Hong Kong. Zubair not making contact, but beats the wicketkeeper. Full-length delivery, wicketkeeper a bit unsighted, not moving sufficiently. And Hong Kong certainly must be very pleased with those 4 runs.
39 extras, Ranjit. 39. Still looking for that Yorker, which is good. Another run-out opportunity. 3rd umpire called for once again. Is this another run-out?
The umpire's not taking any chances. Zubair, did he make it?
No batsman as yet. Here he comes, and he's gone. Good decision for the umpire to call for it. Red light shows. Innings comes to an end. Just 3 deliveries left of the quarter of 50 overs. But it's 186 scored, 186 all out for Hong Kong as they won the toss and elected to bat first. And it's good work by the UAE. Good bowling, good fielding. Problem with the extras. Far, far too many. That's something to work on. Can't be too critical at this stage. But a job well done by them in this ACC Trophy final. More work to be done. Two batsmen return to the pavilion, followed by the UAE. Encouragement by the captain there. Well done to his team. And now the real business of knocking those runs off. Hong Kong's 186 made up of those 39 extras, comfortably second highest score to Rahul Sharma's excellent innings of 78. Losing wickets at the top again. Asim Saeed doing the damage for UAE. No real support for Sharma. A number of needless run-outs. The beauty of one-day cricket. We've all been in that situation. 186 for Hong Kong. 6 bowlers used by UAE. Saeed impressive with 4 for 32. But all the bowlers, as Ranjit Fernando said, have played their part. They've played to a plan, they've bowled to a plan. They can think about, they can talk about their extras, but the figures themselves are very, very good. UAE need 187 runs to win at 3.74, and we'll be back after this lunch break. Teams have been a little bit nervous because there have been so many errors. There have been 4 drop catches, there have been 4 run-outs, and I think also 39 extras, and that'll be a problem when you've just got a total of 187.
And Rahul Sharma starring with the bat again.
He looks a good player. He's a sort of player that you can have a little bit of fun about, and he's quite a character. They call him the General, and he's a little bit older probably than 40. He doesn't do much fielding, but he can bat. When he gets out there, he's very nimble on his feet, and he plays his strokes, and he can find the boundary.
Not sure about his calling. We mentioned the run-outs, and he was involved in 3 within 15 balls. I'm not quite sure where you feel that the blame lies. This was the demise of French. Sharma here had 49. I think French is trying to help him out and get the single to bring up his half-century.
I reckon he's losing 2-1. There were 2 Rahul Sharma's fault and 1 the other way, but he set off there. Batsman at the other end just didn't respond. He never appeared.
That's poor old Manoj, who's barely in the screen there. He was dismissed for 1. And then Sujanan was the last one. He failed to impress the scorers, and again Sharma just set off.
There's no chance of a run there. He's a left-handed fielder at backward point. A long time before a sorry batsman comes into view, and of course Sharma at the other end was throwing his arms up as if to say, well, what am I going to do? I've got to run this on my own. He's played well. Joking apart, his 78 runs were well constructed again, and they've got 187. That's a good total to defend, but they will need to defend it and defend it well, and they don't want too many extras.
Now UAE we've seen chasing. They like to do that. They've done it the whole way through the tournament, and they've won their games.
Well, it'll be slightly different, I think, in a final, because there's got the pressure of the situation. 187 to chase is not the biggest total in the world, but they've got to play well.
That's the Hong Kong story, with Sharma there starring. I must mention Asim Saeed, who bowled so well, 3 early wickets, and he finished up with 4 for 32 with his left arm seamers. And Taukia, the off-spinner too, had another good spell. And so the target 187 to win. Looks pretty straightforward. 3.74 to win. I just wonder though, David, the ball this morning went around quite a lot. It's a little bit overcast again this afternoon. Do you think we'll see the same movement?
Do you know, that might be significant. During the lunch break the sun was shining, but incredibly, as always happens, I would have thought, in a one-day game, there's a new ball, fresh bowlers, and it's just become overcast again. There was movement this morning when conditions were overcast. We'll just wait and see if it'll be the same for this new ball.
Well, the batsmen preparing themselves. Let's wonder, as a former coach, how do you fancy 187 to win a final?
I always think 187 under 200 is fine. You've done your job as a bowling side, but the batsmen just get 1 or 2 demons from time to time, and it can be tricky. Don't think about getting 3.5 and over or whatever. Forget that. Just play every ball on its merits. Look to keep above the scoring rate, and I think just to take the attack as batsmen through to this bowling side.
We've seen plenty of extras again, haven't we? And of course Hong Kong, when we saw them demolish poor old Nepal, virtually half the runs Nepal scored were extras. I'm sure that's something that Hong Kong will have been working on.
I just think that's the pressure of the situation. When you get into a final, you would always want to do your very, very best, and you get so keen out in the field, and we saw the extras. We also saw lots of overthrows, needless overthrows, just shying at the stumps when it wasn't necessary. But there's a game to win, it's a final, and it's up for grabs for both teams.
All about discipline. And now over to a man who knows all about that. Ramiz Raja is in the commentary box with Mr. Hale.
Thank you, Jonathan. First ball being faced by Asim Saeed. Mohammad Zubair is the bowler. A little short, and what a shot. Lovely start for the UAE team, full of confidence. Asim Saeed is known to thrash the bowling from time to time. He starts off in grand style here.
Asim Saeed must be having butterflies in his stomach, because he was out bowled on the third delivery without even scoring a run, and this time straight away he was offered a width and he was obliged.
Mohammad Zubair in the last game bowled a lot of wides and no balls. In fact, 16 if I remember correctly. 16 balls were bowled in this first over. 1 for 19 versus Nepal. He's picked up wickets. Nicely behind that one. Asim Saeed looks to be a crisp timer of the ball. Getting nicely on his toes. Looks a bit of a dasher.
To be able to play such a stroke on the back foot, a punching one, you need to be very, very well balanced in your stance, and that's what Asim Saeed showed.
He's playing through the line this time. It's just a little tricky. This ball is new, a little bit of movement. Mohammad Zubair has started off on that off-stump line, is not struggling with this line, although he's been hit for a boundary. 2 slips in place. So Hong Kong attacking. They need to get UAE out. If UAE can bat out the 50 overs, they'll surely win this game.
Asim Saeed not showing any sort of nerves, looks very relaxed, focused. He knows that he's got a job in hand. He's got early start versus Nepal, versus Japan. Never went on to play a big one. This would be the right time.
Driving nicely, but straight to the fielder, who fields it partly but gives away a run. Good aggressive start by the UAE. They are 5 without a wicket in the first over.
A deadlock at Lahore. England showing their grit and proving they can handle a Pakistani spin attack. But it's a win they're both after, and no one's going to be giving anything away. The Pepsi Series 2000 moves to Hyderabad for the second test, and you're there live for every ball, starting Wednesday on ESPN.
A bit of batting to come. Kashif Khan is placed low down the order. Nasir Siddiqui and Kashif Khan really carved a very impressive victory for their team in the last game, an important one, the semi-final. Sher Lama will bowl from the pavilion end. Right arm medium pacer. That looks very, very close. Jayasundara hasn't given anything in this game so far, and he will keep his record intact.
That was very close. Asim Saeed never got well forward, and when his leg was going towards the line of the ball, he was hit halfway through and looked right in line.
As that looked out. Driving this time through the onside. Rubbing the salt into the wounds there. Asim Saeed really launching into that drive quite massively. being applauded by his teammates who've watching him bat out there in the centre.
Lama over pitching this time, and Asim Saeed was equal to the task. He picked up the line and then muscled this one towards mid-wicket. Got 4 runs for it.
Not a lot of bounce from Shea Lama. One that trapped the pads of Asim Saeed looked pretty adjacent to the stumps, although it was negated by the umpire. Hong Kong need wickets here at regular interval. A quick one with the new ball will really help their cause.
Asim Saeed is looking very positive. He's prepared to push the ball around, and he's been offered width on the first delivery he faced and hit it very powerfully through square on the offside and got a boundary. Then he got an half volley, dispatched it beautifully.
There is some gap on the onside, so Asim Saeed playing it cleverly towards the on and picking up a run. All he had to do was to place the ball in the gap.
And also take the pace off the ball. Just playing with soft hands, directing it towards the vacant area. Easy picking.
In the air, but away from the infield. He's managed to pick up some runs here, Babar Malik. So UAE off to an aggressive start. Just pick up a run. 11 without a loss after 2 overs.
ESPN continues its coverage of the NBA with more slam dunk action. The reigning NBA champion LA Lakers hit the road to Minnesota. And the starving Timberwolves are ready for a bite. The NBA, Saturday, live on ESPN.
UAE 11 without a wicket. Asim Saeed has got 10 of them. Babar Malik is also off the mark. Taking his guard now from umpire SK Bansal. A little unusual for a batsman to wear glasses, especially for an opener. A little bit of pace there from Mohammad Zubair. Lovely shape away from the batsman. Really had to play that one.
As a fast bowler, you like it. The ball swinging very late for the batsman, and that's what happened. Drove the batsman into the stroke, and the ball leaving him at the last moment did him.
Pretty airy-fairy. Not to the pitch. There's a little bit of movement. Didn't know where his off stump was. Babar Malik just living a little dangerously.
Once again, threw the batsman into the line, and then beating him with a little bit of swing. It's got to be very, very certain where his off stump is. UAE needs a good start from the openers.
Not a lot a batsman can do. Babar Malik really tried to play it with a bit of technique. He's not really bothered, because as long as he doesn't get an edge, he's fine. That was a lovely delivery without a result. Very good line once again from the bowler.
He's certainly swinging the ball away from the batsman. It's a very enticing line. He's pitching the ball in that corridor of uncertainty.
Going for the in-swinger, I guess, Mohammad Zubair. An earlier ball, a lovely line just outside that off stump. Try to bring that one back into the batsman.
That's what happens when you're trying very hard. You're in desperate need of wickets. You cannot simplify things for yourself. He beat batsman thrice in this over with his outswingers in order to pick up a wicket. Brought it in, and he was...
That's spanked away. That's a lovely shot from Asim Saeed. Really is a very sweet timer of the ball. Has come out there and shown a lot of confidence and a lot of aggression as well.
He didn't hit this one on a half volley. It's too tall, and then hitting it very hard through extra cover. This is a brilliant stroke. It's a very well balanced sort of a player. It's Asim Saeed.
Good productive over for the UAE. Once again, Asim Saeed really taking the challenge to the bowler. 16 without a wicket after 3 overs.
Wherever the world plays rugby, the news and views that count. Behind the scenes with the big names and the big games. And a sideline view of all the action. With the IRB's World of Rugby, tonight on ESPN.
UAE 16 without a wicket after 3. Making it look very easy. Asim Saeed was a touch lucky when he was not given LBW, which I thought was adjacent to the stumps. One from Shea Lama that didn't bounce a lot.
He's certainly struggling with his off stump. Doesn't know where it is. He's been chasing the deliveries which are pitched on or about the off stump. So far, he hasn't managed to get behind the line of the delivery or leave it safely to the wicketkeeper.
Looking to get onto that front foot a little early, Babar Malik. There's not a lot of pace in this pitch. The ball is coming on to a very good height, predictable bounce. You can play through the line at times, but really the first few overs will be just a little testing for the batsman. Ball deviating, moving a little. Well fielded there, shot mid-wicket. That's a good field to have. Shea Lama is just a little slow in pace, so the batsman can be a little early into that shot. Might just go in air in that area. Long on now being taken away at the boundary, and fine leg coming into the circle.
It's been quite evident that Babar Malik plants his foot outside the off stump even the ball is being delivered, and there's always a danger that once your front foot is planted, you're going to fend at the ball outside the off stump, or you're going to shut the face of the bat too early.
After 4 overs, a maiden for Hong Kong, for UAE. In fact, for Hong Kong, UAE 16 without a wicket.
New balls, please.
First ball of Mohammad Zubair's over is signalled wide down the leg side. Asim Saeed really missing on an opportunity to score some runs. I think he tried to hit it a little too hard, missed the line.
He was tried to whip the ball. The ball didn't bounce enough for such a shot to be implemented.
It's not been drawn into front foot shots, Asim Saeed. More willing and keen really to stay back and punch the ball through the offside. Mohammad Zubair making things a little easier for the batsman. With the new ball, you really need to be bowling at that driving length. It's been just a touch short.
And the reason being, whenever he's given a ball in that corridor where batsman can come on the front foot, stand tall and hit it through the line. He's done it twice. And this is the reason why the bowler feel pressure. They're not willing to ball him just close to the batsman.
Good delivery, maybe a bit of bat. The ball also maybe going down the leg side, but a good delivery. Made him stretch forward. Caused a bit of problem for the batsman.
You see him coming down on the front foot without even picking up the line of the delivery. And then in the end, he has to shut the face of the bat too early. And that induced an edge onto the bat. Lucky for him, he's still out there. Mohammad Zubair already given away 12 runs.
In the air, on the bounce to the field on the boundary line. Saw the width and went after it. Babar Malik, uninhibited in his drive.
Anything outside the off stump, he's prepared to take his chances. That's what he did. Trying to hit the ball very hard rather than timing it. Got the outside edge.
This length will not harm Asim Saeed at all. He's more willing really to stay back and work the ball around in the gap and pick up the runs and rotate the strike. He's got 2 slips in place. Those 2 slips are stationed there for the batsman to go for that drive through the offside. There you see them. But the ball has been pitched just a little short by Mohammad Zubair.
And also he's trying to bring the ball into the batsman. In the previous over, we saw him swinging it away from the batsman. Beat them quite often, but in this particular over, he's willing to bring the ball into the batsman.
Very good delivery, good line. UAE 20 without a wicket.
Yes, welcome to the really big sporting occasion.
In the world of sports, every second counts. Keep in pace with the latest in international sports. Don't miss the Indian perspective.
And it's a good start.
Crisp, incisive updates and more from our experts. This is your half-hour daily dose. Sportsline, live, only on Star Sports.
16 for Asim Saeed of just 16 deliveries. Babar Malik 3 after having played 14. Just 1 extra. Hong Kong need a wicket at this stage. They just cannot let UAE pile up a good opening partnership, because that will release the pressure. Not limited runs to play with, they would have ideally liked themselves to be to have scored something in the vicinity of 200, over 200 or 210. That's nicely played. Once again, just a little shot. Sher Lama. Asim Saeed has looked in a flowing touch here.
Beautiful to watch. A bit offered. Batsman getting his balance right on the back foot and then punching it through square of cover. This is pretty.
18 not out, Asim Saeed, of just 19 deliveries. Hong Kong got out to 186. Thanks once again to Rahul Sharma. He's now stationed at first slip. 78 priceless runs. He, along with the extras, remain the main core for the Hong Kong total. 129 balls with a strike rate of 60.4. Importantly, held the innings together for Hong Kong.
He played beautifully, Rahul Sharma. And, would certainly like to remember 78 runs he scored in the final, but he wouldn't want to remember those 3 run-outs, which happened in quick succession.
Once again at that driving length, a little width, and Asim Saeed has really launched himself into it once again. After 6 overs, UAE 26 without a wicket.
In the ESPN Star Sports cricket ratings brought to you in partnership with Samsung, Ricky Ponting is at number 1 with 62 points, Saeed Anwar at number 2 with 58, Sachin Tendulkar at number 7. Among the bowlers, Courtney Walsh is at number 1 point ahead of Glenn McGrath. India's Anil Kumble is at number 5, Javagal Srinath at number 12. Australia stays number 1 among the teams with 73 points. India lying at number 8, 1 place ahead of Zimbabwe.
Well, problem started early for Hong Kong. They were 22 for 2, whereas UAE are safely placed, 26 without a wicket. Good brisk start, especially by Asim Saeed, who was looked in extremely good touch here. Just a little wide outside his off stump and really thrashing that one over the point fielder. No chance for the deep fieldsman to come in to cut that one.
Really used his bottom hand pretty nicely. He never got to the pitch of the ball. And still decided to go with the stroke. Got the bottom hand into the action. Slashed it over point. Good batting.
The groundsman has been asked really to clear a few things. There's some glare coming out of those boards. All settled. This really hurts the bowlers. There's singles every now and then, rotating the strike. Bowler is really looking to get a length going, maybe attack the batsman with his game plan, and certainly an inside edge. Ball is played in the gap, and the strike is rotated, making things just a little difficult for the bowlers.
This is also good batting from Babar Malik. He was hitting the ball crisply in the semi-final. This occasion he's been beaten on quite a few occasions. Certainly has reacted to the situation. He knows that his partner is hitting the ball very well. He's now content to give away the man in picture the strike, which is very correct. It's the thing to do at the moment. This is good intelligent batting from both of them.
Once again running with the shot. He had to get to the danger end. Mohammad Zubair just a little disappointed because that was a pretty good delivery.
The batsman has created a pressure after hitting the ballers very hard on the back foot and the front foot, and it's forced the fieldsman to go at the edge of the circle, and now he's capitalizing on them.
Salim Malik just a little deep at that mid-on position. He had to come from the edge of the circles. Couldn't stop that single. Now a second slip being taken away and put in that gap just on that short mid-wicket position. He's got a bit of pace, but this pitch sadly doesn't have a lot in store for the bowler. He's got to adjust his length a little. It's just a touch short. Maybe not hit the deck a little hard. He's got to at times float the ball in the air, look for that extra swing. In the air, straight down the throat of mid-on, and nicely taken. Salim Malik making no mistake. Not a very good shot selection from the batsman. Babar Malik really not getting underneath that one. Didn't hit it over the fielder, nor did it keep it along the ground.
Babar Malik, seeing the ball pitched up to him, decided to hit it over the top. Couldn't get the elevation right and hit it straight to the fieldsman. The stroke which was not needed. And Hong Kong bowlers getting the breakthrough. UAE 28 for 1.
Yes, welcome to the really big sporting occasion.
In the world of sports, every second counts. Keep in pace with the latest in international sports. Don't miss the Indian perspective.
And it's a good start.
Crisp, incisive updates and more from our experts. This is your half-hour daily dose. Sportsline, live, only on Star Sports. Sportsline is brought to you by Dig Jam, fabric for that great suit. And Castrol Active 4T, superior 4-stroke protection.
Here's a chance now for Zidane.
Go for the action. Go for the goals. ESPN brings you the best of Italian Serie A.
Beautifully crafted
The
goal.
Italian Serie A highlights, today only on ESPN.
Well, a dismissal straight away. Danish Jabbar really misreading the swing and movement on that one. And Mohammad Zubair striking goal for his team here. First ball dismissal for the newcomer.
The newcomer just came onto the crease. Danish Jabbar went too far away from the off stump and then got himself entangled and allowed the ball to swing into him and wraps him on the pad. And Hong Kong, they are back in the game with 2 quick wickets.
28 for 2.
A deadlock at Lahore. England showing their grit and proving they can handle a Pakistani spin attack. But it's a win they're both after, and no one's going to be giving anything away. The Pepsi Series 2000 moves to Hyderabad for the second test, and you're there live for every ball, starting Wednesday on ESPN. This cricket broadcast is brought to you by Hero Honda, India's largest selling motorcycle.
The Lion is roaring on ESPN.
First ball from Shay Lawan is driven on the back foot by Asim Saeed. What a wonderful last over from Mohammad Zubair. He picked up 2 wickets on 2 deliveries. First was that of Babar Malik, who played an uppish drive, not to the pitch, and straight down the throat of Salim Malik at mid-on. Second one was that of Danish Jabbar, the newcomer who had come in at number 3 position, a crucial one. This was a lovely delivery. Misreading the line and length, a little bit of in-swing and wrap plumb in front of the stumps. Does seem to hit the ball a little too hard at times, Asim Saeed. He's got to really look for singles as well. With him pushing at the ball all the time, there will not be a lot of opportunity for him to maneuver the ball in the gap and rotate the strike. It seems he's always looking for a big hit. In the air, but there's a fielder down there. Once again taking a bit of risk. Asim Saeed, he needs to be out there now. Maybe look to play out the quota of 50 overs or see the team through.
He's got a high back left and he swings the bat very fast. And it's the confidence he's got. He is backing himself with his stroke playing, although he has to react to the situation. They have lost 2 quick wickets. Saeed Al Safar, the captain, need to do a lot.
There's a lot of responsibility on the captain. Saeed Al Zafar already has got a double 100 in a one-day game in the last ACC trophy. Being drawn into that front foot shot, not to the pitch, a little bit of movement and beaten. Oh, that would have been very close. Good fielding there. That shot mid-wicket. Manoj doing a good job. UAE 29 for 2 after 8 overs.
The Lion is roaring on ESPN in this season of exciting matchups. Oh, what a save. Catch the euphoria of English football, the English Premier League, Saturday live on ESPN. The English Premier League brought to you by Samsung. Everyone's invited to the Samsung digital experience. Want to know when your favorite sports are on air? Click onto ESPNstar.com.
Mohammad Zubair on a hat-trick here. Bowling it down the leg side, but it has been a wonderful effort from the fast bowler. Being applauded by the crowd here. Just the right kind of start and fillip that was required by the Hong Kong team. They needed wickets early on, and Mohammad Zubair has really bowled a very tight line to provide them with that platform. It's going to be change in the commentary position. Jonathan Agnew is going to be now with David Lloyd.
Well, that's close too. Little Nick. It's an excellent spell this, and well, we've got a game on our hands. We certainly have. 187. It's by no means an imposing target. Hong Kong needed a wicket or two. Inside edge into the pad.
Asim Saeed is out there to play some shots. Old style pinch hit. Don't worry about the board. Just do your job. 29 for 2, UAE. 2 for Zabir.
Well, it's number 3. Mohammad Zubair can't believe this. 3 wickets in 5 balls, and suddenly the UAE, having looked so comfortable, now looking rather wobbly.
It's Zabir who's doing all the damage. That's his third in 5 deliveries. Transformed the game, changed the game. Hong Kong think they can win. Pinch hitter Asim Saeed on his way back. 24 for 31. It's 29 for 3.
ESPN wraps up the year 2000 with your favorite sporting events. England continues its battle against Pakistan in the 3rd and final test of the Pepsi 2000 series, England Tour of Pakistan. Make a date with the popular duo, Jeffrey Boycott and Sunil Gavaskar, in an all-new cricket talk show, Boyks and Sunny Masterclass. The world's leading basketball league, NBA, continues with more high-flying slam dunk action. Your feast of football on ESPN is getting more exciting, with the top European teams entering the 2nd stage of the UEFA Champions League. While the excitement and drama never cease in the English Premier League, with promises of more great goals. It's an action-packed month all through December on ESPN.
This is an unscheduled change in the batting order, I'm not sure. So we've got Pierre Bucks coming in now at number 5 because of this attempted stroke through the onside. Rattling of stumps. Mohammad Zubair takes his 3rd wicket. So he's come up the order, perhaps to steady the ship, David.
Well, we'll see. UAE had a couple of excellent batsmen in the semi-final. Siddiqui and Kashif Khan, not seen those yet. Well, not a lot to talk about there. It's a plan. All will be revealed.
Yes, curious statistics though. To come in at 29 for 3. I don't know Pierre Bucks, but I'm assuming he's an accumulator.
Well, Pierre Bucks will soon have to get to know Mohamed Zabir. Pace ace for Hong Kong.
Three for 16. Well, he is bang on target, and he's having the afternoon of his life.
A terrific game that cricket is. In the semi-final, his first over was 16 deliveries. Taken out of the attack in that semi-final, and left out at third man for a long time to think about his bowling and get his composure back. He's certainly done that. 3 for 16 up to now.
Oh, Pierre Bucks looks solid. Two very compact looking defensive strokes there. I have a feeling this is going to be his role here. Let's try and get a little bit of sense and normality back into the innings after, well, they've got a rollicking start, but they've lost, well, certainly one more wicket than they'd liked at this stage. There's no harm in losing one, sometimes two in the first 15 overs when you're having a bit of a go, but three I think is probably too many. That's a wicket maiden, 29 for 3.
A deadlock at Lahore. England showing their grit and proving they can handle a Pakistani spin attack. But it's a win they're both after, and no one's going to be giving anything away. The Pepsi Series 2000 moves to Hyderabad for the second test, and you're there live for every ball, starting Wednesday on ESPN.
For 3. Terrific contest this. Every run being eked out.
Thank you.
Target 187. Shouldn't be beyond the reach of UAE, particularly they're a team who are used to batting second. They choose to do that, but they've got some batting to do now. Hong Kong, another couple of wickets, and they'll really fancy themselves. That's pretty straight. We haven't seen much finger raising from this end.
First thought straight again. Lama, fairly round arm. Good decision by the umpire. The ball sliding down the leg side. Imploring appeal. No reaction from the umpire.
There was one very close shout earlier on in the second over. The next ball was thumped down the ground for 4, which made me think it is a cruel game, this. Good running. Again, this is the way that UAE must now respond to the situation. Not quite a crisis, but just enough to make them think about things for a while. Pierre Bucks off the mark.
Yes, they've still got to keep things going, but it's a problem. 3 wickets down, just in the 10th over.
What's he done with that? Just got away with it. Well, we had a frenetic morning with the drop catches and the run-outs. And that was very nearly a gruesome departure.
Well, it would appear that 3 wickets down doesn't matter to UAE. They're still looking to play the shots and to take chances. It's certainly giving Hong Kong a chance. 186 scored by Hong Kong, winning the toss, batting first. Got to be careful, UAE.
Well, that's a much better stroke. Beautiful shot. He's got something about him, Al Safa. That was a lovely shot. 37 for 3 after 10.
Catch up with all the football news around the world. Every week, ESPN brings you in-depth coverage of the game, with interviews, results, and profiles. Western Union World Football, Thursday on ESPN.
So 10 overs gone. 3 early wickets, all to Zubair. But Al Safa, the captain, is fighting back. Strikes as being that kind of chap, actually. Very forthright in his interviews before the start of play. A bit miffed if you read the local paper. His double century against Thailand didn't quite get the recognition that he felt it deserved. And if it's full of shots like this, I wouldn't have mind watching it. Beautiful shot.
Terrific shot down the ground, full face of the bat. All his weight going into the shot. Captain leading from the front.
He's so wristy. He's got an elaborate pick up of the bat and a wristy little flick of the wrist. Look at that going round, and then again a little flick at the end.
There's always a flourish. Watch the flourish at the end. The ball hits the bat. Whoosh.
That's a pretty good shout. Did he get outside the line of the off stump? Might have been what saved him here.
Well, I keep appealing with the bowling side. It's straight. Oh, it's straight. And it's not too high.
Yes, I'm with you, I think, David. That looked pretty straight to me.
As a captain or a bowler, you'd be fancying bowling dead straight at Al Safa. He gets his front foot onto middle and off. If he misses it, there's every chance that he will be LBW, or you've got an appeal.
Same again. He keeps trying to whip the ball away through the leg side. It's leg by this time. All the very good players, of course, very strong through the onside. And to be fair to the batsman here, that one clearly drifting in that direction. But he does just give a suggestion, doesn't he? Planting that left foot in front of the stumps and then playing round it.
Some of the very greats have been terrific leg side players. I think very readily of Viv Richards, West Indies. But he would get his front foot outside off stump.
The end of the 11th over, 39 for 3.
Europe's premier football tournament, the UEFA Champions League, reaches the second stage, and it's now down, continuing their quest for the ultimate trophy. ESPN is where you'll find the most comprehensive coverage of the Champions League, from group phase to the knockout stage, with live games, replays, and highlights. This is football at its best. The UEFA Champions League, tonight on ESPN.
So just ahead on runs, but they have lost the extra wicket, the UAE.